So you got the perfect topic for your webinar, but what the heck are you gonna name it? In this video, I'm gonna show you a few things that you can do to come up with the perfect name for your webinar. Hey there, I'm Brianna and I'm so glad you're here. I help business owners create businesses and lives they love through the power of webinars and online marketing. So if you're interested in anything marketing, webinars, productivity, and personal development, definitely hit that subscribe button below and don't forget the little bell at the top so you can be notified when all the new videos come out. In this video, I'm going to be talking about naming your webinar. This involves kind of a who, what, when, where, why method. I like to keep it simple like that because it makes things easy to kind of outline and lay out as you're brainstorming and trying to come up with the perfect name for your webinar. So the first thing we're going to do is start with why. Also, if you haven't read Simon Sinek's book, Start With Why, definitely read it. I'll link it below. I'm actually reading it right now. It's fantastic, but you want to start with why. Now this is more of a brainstorm topic to get you kind of into the flow of naming your webinar. Now you want to ask a couple of questions. First, why are you making this webinar in the first place? Why would somebody want to come to the webinar? Why would they need to learn what you want to teach them? Brainstorm that in your head. Take a few minutes, journal it down, write it down. Don't be scared to do a stream of consciousness just to kind of get all your thoughts out about why exactly this webinar is going to exist and who it's going to serve. And that leads us into the next point, which is the who. So who's coming to the webinar? Who are you serving? You really want to know who is going to be coming to your webinar because that'll guide you into what you're going to name it and what kind of words you can use that will really resonate with people. So say this webinar is for designers, for example. Well, what kind of words do they use? They might use the words like copy, kerning, design, branding, things like that. You really want to think of some words that resonate with the people that you're talking to so that you can include some of that in your webinar title. The next thing you want to do is think about the how. So how exactly are you going to help them? How are they going to learn? Is it going to be by taking 3 steps to get from here to there? Is it going to be a signature method that you figured out along the way that you want to help them learn? Write how many steps it is, right? What kind of method it is? What kind of method are you teaching off of? Think about the ways in which you're going to help them and write some of those things down in your journal or on your sheet of paper in your Google Doc and see what you can come up with. Now the next thing you want to do is talk about the where. So where are they going to be by the end of the webinar or after the webinar? So after the webinar, your designer is going to know how to do X, Y, and Z. By the end of the webinar, your designer is going to know what steps to take to get from here to there. Think about where they are now and where they want to be and how you're going to help them get there. See how you can pack that into a nice little title. So let's bring it all together now. So your why is because you want to help designers create better branding packages. Now the who, it's going to be designers. Then you want to think about the where. So at a very, very high level, they do not know how to create effective branding packages, and by the end of the webinar, they will be able to create better branding packages to create more profits. So if we put this all together, we might name the webinar Profitable Branding Made Easy or the Profitable Branding Method. You know, something that can connect all of these words that you've come up with into something that's very meaningful and cohesive and calls to where they want to be. So the key takeaway here from this is that you don't want to make a super complicated name for your webinar. You want it to be pretty easy. You don't want something sassy like Pretty Design for Extra Special Goddesses or something like that. You don't need to make it sassy. You need to make it clear and concise so that people know exactly what your webinar is about. They can see the title and immediately say, yes, I want to go to this, or no, this is not for me. And you want to make those decisions easy for people. And the best way to do that is to keep it simple, make it easy, make it the easiest thing possible, and then go with it. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a nice little thumbs up and definitely don't forget to subscribe. And so I'll see y'all next time. Bye.